Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because I was cleaning out my house at home, and if you don't know, I used to have my home office, my Katnipp business at home. It started at home and then I moved into an office because I have a 2-bedroom house and my business was literally taking over my house as it grew, so I needed to find an office space. So here we are in my second office actually, and as I was clearing out I found this tub of really old products from like when I first started Katnipp, like the first year in business. And I know a lot of you guys are quite interested about how I started and stuff, so I thought instead of me going through this tub, we could go through it together so you can see how different my products are now compared to them. So yeah, let's open them and see what it looks like inside, shall we? Okay, so this is a big dusty tub that I've got going on right now, and yeah, as you can see, it's very dusty. So let's have a look what is inside. Oh my gosh. So the first thing is this, which was like a portfolio. So when I first started out, I purely did commissions. So when I went to places like, let's move this up a little, I purely did commissions and stuff. And I used to do craft fairs and I used to have this on my desk. So this was 2017, so obviously it's 2 years ago. But I actually made this in 2016 ready for the craft fairs, and I used to have this on my table with a tablet flicking through all the custom portraits and stuff I did, and these were my prices back in the day. So yeah, this was the front of it, and I secured it very messily with washi tape. Like, what was I thinking? What is this? And it's just like an A4 sleeve, and this was some of the work that I did inside. So these are actual customer orders, and basically I just printed them out on some paper and put them in this wallet so people could look through my work and see what I did. But oh boy, my style has changed quite a bit, am I right? So we have these ones, and I always put my work, my newest work at the front. So this was a sketch style illustration, so it was more sketchy. It took a lot less long to draw, and this was an original, so it was detailed paintings and stuff. My sketch ones were really popular at the time, but this is just, oh my gosh, it's crazy to look back on. See, look at this, I haven't even got the layout right, you have to keep switching around. This was for an old friend who is an airline hostess for Etihad, and she bought this for her friend, and she got an art print in this, and it was mounted, and oh my gosh, please can we just talk about the overlapping text here? Like, hello, did I do graphic design or not? I remember at the time being really happy with this. It was so cute, I liked how it turned out, but oh dear, what's that nose, and why is the mouth so far down? Still cute though. Let's see what else we've got. So we've got the Walkers, Adam and Katie, Jenny, I am your father. This was for a bakery, and she ran a business called Niche. I think it's pronounced Niche. I still am impressed by this one. This one was a dog portrait that I did, and this actually looks like Daisy, my dog. A little bit, but I'm still impressed by this one. I still think this is pretty decent going. It's been a while since I've done like this kind of full detailed illustration, but yeah, look at this. I actually still like this. I still think it's pretty cool. And then there's this one. These are getting later and later on in 2017 because these are my better ones. I start drawing noses a bit more detailed than these. But yeah, we've got this one, which I still don't think is too bad. It's just crazy how it's changed. I still draw the eyelashes like this, and I still draw the eyebrows like this. I still do my eyes like this, but I do block colours rather than here you can see, I don't know if you can see, but here you can see like I did pupils and irises and stuff, and I still pretty much draw like this. It's just slightly different. Some more dog portraits. The Petite family, this is actually one of my friends. More dogs. Pets are very popular for commissions, so if you ever want to get into doing commissions, pet portraits are really popular. Then we've got Pippa the dog. See, this is terrible. Why haven't I done it so like the horizontal then vertical? Because you have, like, people when they're flicking through this have to keep turning it. This was not a good layout for me. Then we've got some horse heads over here, and then we've got this which says Forever Friends. This is when I started getting rid of the irises and stuff, and I started trying to speed up my illustration style. It's kind of where my new style was born, because I stopped drawing in the irises, and then I really liked how it ended up looking, so I still like this one. I still think it's cute. So yeah, as you can see here, I used to do irises and stuff. This is an old one. This is from 2016. So I've signed it 2016, so that's 3 years ago, that one. We've got some more dogs here. This was Meg, and she sadly passed away, and I wanted a memory of her, and they sent me a picture of a paw print that they'd got stamped, and I kind of added it to the illustration. I really liked that. Then we got some more. Oh my gosh, look at the print on that. There's stripes down this. I needed to do a print head clean, but clearly I didn't know at the time. And then we've got another one, a grandma one. These are from 2015. So yeah, 2015 when Katnipp first opened. And these two were commissions for Christmas. Katnipp had only been open a month and a half, and I was selling to my Facebook friends. So yeah, that's how I started. And then we've got the Smith family. This was for a wedding, and I still like this. I still think it looks pretty cute. Am I right? And oh my gosh, this was 2015 as well, but have you seen my hand lettering on it? What is that? Like, come on, that's terrible. But the actual dogs themselves don't look that bad. I must have sat for ages and illustrated this because they're heavily detailed. Some more commissions that I've done. As you can see, this is my older style. This is from 2016 and 15. So 2015 these are from, and they're a lot different to like when I started doing these types. So you can see already, like, this is 2015, my style started refining a little bit more, and I got better at painting, doing digital painting. We've got Nana's Girls, Princess Ruby. This is really taking me back because some of these are like my very first portraits, and selling these portraits are what helped me build my business. So any money that came from these portraits went into buying new products. So then I bought a heat press, and then I kept funding back into Katnipp. So I never actually seen any monetary gain on personally from this, but I put it straight back into Katnipp to develop it. And then we've got a little dog over here called Red and his favourite toy. And this is when I was developing ultrasound art. So ultrasound got moved, my ultrasound artwork got moved to babyblue.co.uk, which is now currently on hiatus at the minute, but it used to be part of Katnipp. And as you can see, my style is starting to develop because this was drawn with pencils and stuff and then put into Photoshop. And this was my more basic style, but I didn't use this style with my portraits because I wanted them to look realistic. Oh my gosh. And then this at the back was just my ultrasound art print examples, which was like that. So yeah, that's some of the old commissions that I did. How crazy. And that was 2017, but that's got work from 2015 to 2017. Let's see what else is in this tub. Oh, so now I found a really old embarrassing sketchbook, and man, I wasn't gonna show you this because it's really embarrassing, but let's have a look through it anyway, shall we? So this is just a Dylan Rowley sketching pad. Oh no. So these are just ideas for products. This is before I even had Katnipp. So before I'd done a logo, but I had the idea, so I was still working full time at this point. So this is back in 2014/2015, and these were just ideas of products that I would like to do because I've always been into doing stationery, and I wanted to do greeting cards and stuff. My portraits are what got me off the ground running, but I always wanted to create a product line, and these were just random sketch ideas, and there we go. There's where my logo was born. So I was just scribbling out kind of like how I would sign a signature with Katnipp, and these are all the different ones that I did, and this is still my logo to this day. Hang on, let me show you. So here is my final logo, and it basically was born from this old sketchbook, as you can see. Like, what? Happy New I Left You a Present Day. Wow, nice. Oh no, look at this. And then here is some logo design. So this is where I'm getting into trying to create this logo here. So I just drafted different logos. I really liked this one, and then I put it into Illustrator, and then it ended up looking like this one. So yeah, that was, you see my sketchbook for when I started Katnipp, so there it was. Let's see what more cringy stuff's in here. World, that literally looks like a child has done it. I must have just been really fannying on with this. You may be a little bit grumpy, but I'm proud to call you a dad. Wow. Ugh, gosh, this is terrible. I must have been using really bad watercolours for these, because you can just tell these aren't nice quality. Plus, this is not watercolour paper. So I was obviously thinking of a Father's Day product at this point, and I was experimenting with watercolours. That one's not too bad. I could probably use that, but I'll probably use that now and put little lines on. That's terrible. Well, this is what sketchbooks are for, creating terrible work. I can't believe I'm showing you this. Oh my goodness. Good morning. I actually used this as an Instagram post. And then this was when I did a little watercolour. You can see how terrible, so I bought this watercolour pad, and you can see how really bad this watercolour was. It was not pigmented at all. Now that I've used watercolours quite often, this just, I mean, there's no pigment to it. Some more hand lettering. I actually don't think that that is that bad. Happy Tuesday. This is terrible. This all got muddied up. This was a quick watercolour of what was outside the back of my house. Like, I've got like a forest out the back of me, and then I've got some works. Yeah, I even think this is rubbish. I say rubbish. This is me drawing me. Happy Sunday. I used this on my Instagram post. I took a photo of this, put some paints and stuff out. What is this? Whoa. Let's just move quickly on from that and pretend we didn't see. Don't know what this is. I hated it. Let's just flick through. This is what you have to do, guys. A lot of people don't show you, a lot of artists don't show you all the crappy work that they do before they refine the style and technique. But you never know until you try and give it a good go. Good morning. I used this on my Instagram post as well. I really like this. This was just like testers for watercolours. I was making marks and testing colours. As you can see, this watercolour was so not pigmented. It just wasn't great. But I really like these textures. It was raining outside, and my caption for Instagram was "it's raining," and I was hoping for sunnier days. This was kind of the start of Katnipp, my character. I always have like a bun at the top of my head. Katnipp is kind of like my cartoon alter ego, my cartoon comic, which is basically me. And yeah, this was kind of the start of the comics. I've always enjoyed drawing daft, funny little doodles. So sleepy. Just a pencil sketch. The anatomy is crazy off here, but never mind. I don't know what this is, but I didn't finish it. So this is Copic markers of some sort of cat anime girl. Whoa, this is a sexy girl with bobs. Some more sketches. This was of a character I remember drawing. She was like a warrior woman, and she'd been stabbed in the heart, but she would not be alive like that if she had a stabbing wound like that, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. I was obviously trying to do action shots here. Some hand tests, because I'm really bad at hands. Still am bad at hands. Never going to be good at hands. I've learned to... Why am I swearing? That's not very nice. Still bad at hands, but it was just a hand reference kind of thing. More, oh, so this is where Katnipp started to get her little flicks, because I have 2 strands of hair that are always down when I tie my hair up, just like random strands, they never go away, and I always used to tie my hair in a twisty bun, and then it just became a messy bun, which is the new Katnipp. And this was, I actually made this into a greetings card. And these were with these new Spectrum Noir pens, I think they were, marker pens. And this is when I started drawing Katnipp quite often. I really like drawing with markers, I was really enjoying it. And it just is Monday, and she's got dark bags, and she's injecting some extra strong coffee. And I shared this to my page. And this is when I started kind of developing my style. So here's me and Dean. These were pugs, pug illustrations, pug Copic things, which don't look too bad, actually. A little comic of blowing out a candle and getting snot in your candle. Sweet, sweet Jesus, nap time for life. And then this was just a Yay Everyday Challenge 2016. So there was a drawing prompt challenge and this one was succulent. And I'm just like, are they really as succulent as they claim? I don't know what I was doing this. Yeah, I'm still drunk. So this was a hangover doodle that I did that day. Some dog sketches. I'm thinking, I don't know what this is, but the border looks cute, but then that is ruined. And I'm obviously trying to, I don't even know what I'm thinking. I think I'm just giving up at this point. This is Vernon, Aunt Petunia and Mr. Dudley. I just didn't even finish this. I don't know why I didn't finish this. A little Dracula guy, which is quite cute. He's still quite cute, am I right? Little Dracula dude. And this is when I started developing my style more because I was experimenting with marker pens and stuff. And I really liked how these were turning out. I enjoyed drawing with them and I thought they looked cute with limited colour palettes. Just kind of drawing some patterns and stuff here. Some cheetahs, I think these are. And some swatch tests from new Spectrum Noir pens that I bought. More cheetah experiments. Just the back so that the markers wouldn't... ooh! And then some foxes. And this is when I started doing block colours in eyes rather than the irises and stuff. And yeah, these foxes look really cute actually. I used these and I made this one into a pair of earrings and I still like the design of this one actually. It's really cute. But yeah, I've got the swatches on the side of the pens. I was just experimenting. I actually shared this to my Instagram and it was the first time that I got a lot of response off Instagram and Facebook because I said, which one do you prefer? And people voted. And yeah, that's the end of this sketchbook. I've still got some more there. How cringy and how old, but what a journey that is. Am I right? So let's see what more is in the tub. I've got these art prints here. These were a commission of 3 prints that I got commissioned and I painted these with watercolours. And they wanted mint green and penguins to put on the nursery wall. So this was them. And I offered these as prints for craft fairs and stuff, so that's them. He's still quite cute really. And then we've got the family of penguins here. And then a penguin and polar bear. I actually like this illustration still. It's watercolours. I really like textures of watercolours. And these were sold as prints when I did craft fairs. What else have we got? Let's look at this pile of goodies. Okay, so these are old greeting cards. And it says, remember when you remember how old you really are. And you've just seen this in my sketchbook. It was Katnipp, or old version Katnipp, should I say. And I just scanned it into the computer and made it into a greetings card. And oh my gosh, these actually sold out as well. I remember being at one craft fair and a woman actually bought a set of these. So yeah, it was funny. And I put little gems on them. So this was actually made as a funeral gift, and then I made them into greeting cards because I really liked how it turned out and I thought other people would like them. But it's a bit much to put on a greeting card, don't you think? And then these are plaques that I used to make. So I used to make these plaques, hand make them. So I'd buy them off eBay, these wooden plaques, and I would glue gun these. And then use a slate heart here with a little gem and then attach a little chalk holder underneath at the bottom, and I would mount like my design onto the plaque, and then it would be a countdown until the wedding. And I sold these at craft fairs, and these are quite popular on my store because you could get them customized and I would make them to order. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with all this stuff. Like, what am I going to do with it? I've still got it here, which is crazy, but it's fun to look back on. And then we got some old art prints here. This was from 2017, so my style was, I was starting to add the block colours, and this was just, had my logo on the back and people could buy these at craft fairs to put in the nursery. And then there was just the prints with a backing board on the back, so it was solid. And then an elephant one. I still like this elephant illustration. I don't think it's that bad. Look at it. It's quite funny. What else have we got in here? Let's have a look. So another plaque, and this says sleeps until Christmas. And I did the elephant on different backgrounds in case you had a little boy or a little girl. And I have loads of these framed, and these frames were super cheap from like B&M, but I sold these for super cheap at craft fairs. I sold them for like £5. And oh my gosh, look at all these leaflets. So these leaflets I used to take onto my craft stores. I used to take to craft fairs and conventions, and they'd be out on my table, and on the back it would just say custom portraits, prints and illustrations. Create beautiful keepsakes and memories with digitally hand-drawn illustrations blended with stunning watercolour textures. These make the perfect unique gift or keepsake for any home. Keep in touch, katnipp.com. And then it has my Facebook, my Instagram, my Pinterest and my Twitter, which I never use by the way, and then a QR code here which takes you to katnipp.com. And I got this backdrop from an Etsy company called White Heart Design, and I just added my mock-up to the front because I wasn't that great at photography then. I just wasn't as good as I am now. But look at all these, what a waste these are. What am I going to do with all these? Oh, they're so old, but like it's such a waste of paper. At least they're recyclable. So we've got some more art prints of the elephant. You've stolen a piece of my heart. Some big ones, and it says dream big little one. A very popular quote from back in 2017. And then we've got another art print that says twinkle twinkle little star, and a moon and star illustration. I still quite like these moon and star illustrations, but that hand lettering is disgusting. And I've added little gemstones to this art print. I don't know if you can see. And then we've got an otaku bag that I made, and this was off center. So this was in my seconds bin. So you can see like it was off center, and I pressed this using a heat press and transfer paper. Then I've got an old basket that I got from the pound shop, and I painted it white. And in here it was called the bargain bin, and everything was £1. And then oh my gosh, this is my first set of shrink plastic earrings that I used to sell in my online store. Oh look, they're all bent and they've all tarnished because it's silver, so the silver hasn't been, it's oxidized and need cleaning. But yeah, can you remember those pugs from a sketchbook? I made them into little tiny pug earrings, and these were just made using shrink plastic. Let's see what this one is. Oh, so this is a cactus tote bag that I made using my original Copic illustrations. I still like this bag actually. I still really like the design of it. And then we've got some little bits and bobs over here. Let's scrunch this over. We've got some random bits and bobs for craft fairs, like pegs. Oh my gosh, this was a sample of my watercolour work from 2016. That is terrible. So I've got some baby blue samples. So I say baby blue, they weren't baby blue, they used to be under Katnipp. But yeah, these are samples that I used to prop up so people could see what I did. Ta-da! So these were seconds. As you can see, they're damaged. And I used to sell these off for like £1 in case anyone wanted them. They still look pretty cute. I'd love to start making earrings and stuff, but I really like the finish of shrink plastic earrings because they have like this matte finish. And then I've got some old mug designs. So I've got this Captain Comfy Pants mug. Teacher mugs, they are still in my Etsy store, but mugs are currently discontinued because I don't know if I'm going to keep making them because they're a pain in the butt. Flying Fox mug. I still sold them in my Etsy store. These still sell when my mugs are live in my store. The world's greatest grandma also happens to be the world's greatest cook, and it's in pink and green. And then we've got an illustration on the back which is made from Copics. I dare you to ask me what I've done all day. And then a man looking very angry with a frying pan. And that's pretty much it. That's all of my old craft fair stuff that I've dug out, and oh my gosh, there's so many embarrassing things, but it has been fun to look back on because it takes me back to the very early days. I'm not embarrassed. They are a bit cringy, but I'm not embarrassed about it because without all this experimentation and embarrassing products, I wouldn't be where I am today, because these products are what helped me grow my business and create more goodies for you guys. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That is my old tub that I discovered and I used to take to craft fairs and things. Let me adjust you. Although it's a little bit cringy to look back on old work, those items are what got me here today and helped me develop my style over time. Your products will change, your style will change, and your brand will grow. If you look at Walt Disney or any big company that started somewhere and they started with a small maybe a little bit unrefined product, and then eventually over time they found the footing, they found what worked, they found what the customers liked as well, and what they really love making. And you should always develop as a business over time. I'm not saying change your style dramatically and totally do an overhaul, although overhauls are really good for businesses if your business is becoming stagnant. But that's what happened, and all those old goodies I used to sell at craft fairs and then save money, and I would sell online on Facebook on my Etsy store, and I would save all that money and then put into new products like enamel pins and things like that. And then my enamel pins started growing back in 2018, and yeah, and then I'm here today with you guys at YouTube showing you my old stuff. So it'll be fun to see where I am in 5 years time and seeing if the products that I have now are going to be cringy. I wonder if they are, but I feel like they're getting a lot more professional and refined now, so hopefully they won't be that cringy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you like to see this type of thing, and if you like to see my really old cringy sketchbook. Cringe. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Alright then, love you. Goodbye.